Hello guys and welcome back to another video, and in today's video, as you can probably tell by the title, I have a FTMO video for the people that are aspiring to or taking FTMO challenges. It doesn't just apply to FTMO, you can use this kind of strategy on my forex funds and other prop firms as well. But what I've noticed is a lot of people that I know and a lot of people that I talk to throughout trading is the people that have taken these challenges is what they do is they go into the challenge and they are risking 1%, and then what they end up doing is they end up in, drawdown, and then when they are in drawdown, what they do then is they will drop their risk, and then they will try and claw their way back to a break even, or even try and get back into a profit using half of the risk that they was using before. So for me, this is a huge mistake because, if you're going to be using 1% risk and you are going to, start with 1% risk, what you want to do if you go into drawdown is you just want to completely just carry on trading with that 1% risk. So this is a strategy that I know a lot of people have used, and it's a strategy that, will help you with your psychology when taking these type of challenges. And I just put together, a little PowerPoint, and I'm just going to run through it now and just give you, my thoughts and feelings around this. So as you can see, FTMO risk strategy, if we go on to the next slide. So the biggest mistake people make when they are taking these challenges, first of all, is people start the challenge risking a full 1% of the account, and then like I said before, they do drop their risk once they end up in drawdown, and it's taking like double the amount of trades before they can get back to break even or even into a profit. So that's one of the mistakes that people make. So then when people end up in drawdown, they reduce their risk and struggle to make back what they've lost and can't get themselves back to break even or into profit. The next one is people overtrade to try and pass the challenge as fast as possible, or they start obviously overtrading and revenge trading once they end up in drawdown. That overtrading is one of the biggest reasons why people do end up failing these challenges. And then this leads to, taking low probability trades or taking trades that don't fit your plan. So, if you're not sticking to your plan, like the probabilities are not going to play out, because obviously if you are chopping and changing, what kind of setups you're taking and they don't conform with your plan, obviously the probabilities aren't going to be right according to your, your back testing and your data that you've gathered, throughout while you've been testing your strategy. So as you can see on this page here, I've just got a little screenshot of the $100,000 FTMO challenge and the rules they require for you, to pass these challenges. So as you can see on the step 1, which is the, the generic FTMO challenge before you move on to verification, is the period is 30 days, the minimum trading days is 10, the maximum daily drawdown is 5%, and the maximum overall loss is 10%. So, you need to keep these figures and facts in mind if you don't know these already. So, note these down and obviously take note of these if you are going to be taking one of these challenges. And this means that if you are risking 1% of the account balance, you are essentially risking 10% per trade. So for example, if you have a $100,000 personal account and you are taking trades and you are risking 1%, you can take obviously 100 trades or more, obviously if you're compounding, before you lose the account. But with the FTMO challenge, obviously the maximum loss of the account is $10,000, which only leaves you 10% to play with. And like I said before, if you are risking 1%, you are essentially risking 10% per trade. So this is one of the biggest reasons, people end up failing and losing the FTMO accounts. So this allows you to take only 10 losses before you lose the account and fail the challenge. So onto the approach now, and this is the best approach that people can take in my opinion in order to pass these challenges and prop firms. So the first thing here is the approach I would take is to reduce my risk from the start of the challenge to 0.5%. What this does is this then essentially gives you double the amount of losses you can take before failing the challenge. So obviously if you have got a 10% daily drawdown and you are risking 1%, you can only take 10 losses, but then if you drop your risk to 0.5%, it then doubles your consecutive losses to 20. So essentially what that's doing is it's doubling the amount of losses that you can take before you fail or lose the account. So the next thing here is when trading 0.5%, the one thing to remember is, for example, if you are taking trade with 1% and you hit 5% profit, obviously that trade will give you the full 5%. But if you are risking 0.5% and you hit a trade and it would have been 5% profit, that profit is obviously only then 2.5%. So that's one thing and one main thing to keep in mind when you are trading the 0.5% risk strategy. So the next thing here is, so the approach is to trade at 0.5% until you reach a profit of 3% or more. then upscale the risk to 1%, so every trade after that will be full profit percentage. So for example, the 2.5% from the example before would obviously now be the full 5%. So what this strategy is aiming to do is it's aiming to give you a little bit more, leeway with the daily drawdown limit and the overall maximum drawdown limit. And obviously, if you trade 0.5% until you reach a profit target of 3%, what you can do then is start risking the full 1%. And then obviously, if you've been backtesting your strategy, whatever strategy that you do trade, you will obviously know that within trading, you will get a losing streak from time to time. So for example, if you have a losing streak of 2-3 trades, what you can do is you can literally just then drop your percentage back to the 0.5, build your account back up again, and start trading 1% as soon as you hit the 3% profit. You don't have to do it to 3% profit. You can change this to 2%, you can change it to 4 or 5%, whatever works for you. But yeah, what I would do before taking any FTMO challenge or prop firm, I would go on their website and get the free trials and practice this kind of strategy before you go into it in a live challenge. And therefore, obviously, if you are testing it on the trial accounts, what you can do is you can obviously see if this strategy will then work for you and your personality within trading. So personally for me, this is the best approach when taking the FTMO challenges. If this video did help you out, guys, please remember to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel for future videos, and I will see you in the next one.